Yo, what's good, Aussie? What up, bro? Just gonna do some coding, man. Bro, are you all right, Aussie? Are you a programmer? If so, how long have you been programming? And this is what I'm gonna actually ask in the stream as a question for anybody that wants to answer. Anybody that wants to pop in and answer it, they can answer it. How do I do that? Ask Q&A. All right. Are you a programmer? Let's go. How long have you been coding? Dang, 5 years? Seriously, 1 years though? Okay. Nice code. I know, bro. I know, bro. I know, bro. Wait, 5 years though? Like at school? Like, okay, you've been programming at school? That's cool. Alright. So I'm assuming because it's school that you're not doing game development, but at the same time, I've heard one time before that they started doing like game dev now in school. So that's interesting. I don't know if that's rare or not, but you know. Yeah, I was gonna share the code in a little bit. I just started streaming, so I'm gonna wait. No, it's like C JavaScript, got you. Lua, you started 1 year ago, got you. Not in your school, I guess. Super rare, mine didn't even fucking have CS, that's crazy. CS is in computer science. Or what about me? I've been programming. Look, I'll share this with you guys because at this point I'm such a baller programmer, it don't even matter. I used to say, and this was really for companies, right? Just to add in a little bit of extra. All right, this was just a all right. Yeah, what? All right, so I'm just like, I'm kind of that guy now, right? Like I'm kind of the best programmer that ever walked the face of the earth, so it just doesn't matter. But I used to say I started programming like 2020. It's actually not true. Okay. So I started coding, and the reason why I would do this is to add in experience, length of experience coding, because I was trying to get a job at the time, my first job, and they like, how do I say this? They want experience, right? Like if you're fresh, if you're new, right? Even like entry roles, right? The entry or the junior BS titles doesn't exist. Even if you're, yo, what up, 8? So even if you are like technically going into a junior role, they still want you to have like multiple years of experience. You know what I'm saying? So, but I wanted to add in like a year of experience. So that's why I would say 2020. But the truth is, I started early 2021, I think. Now I can't even freaking remember. I'm pretty sure I started in early 2021. And I landed my first job, I want to say the end of 2022. I want to say the end of 2022. It's when I landed my first job, and I had only been looking for a job for like a month. But I had only been programming for like 4 to 6 months too. So there's all that. And so like, yeah. So really, I think I've only been coding since like the end of, or since early 2021, maybe. When was my first video? That'll tell all. When was my video that I put up? That'll really tell all. Oldest When was the first video? Not this video on this channel, but the first video where I was going over when I got a job. So 3 years ago. I can't see like the date. Oh, January 2022. January 2022 was when I got my first job. So, you know, you start coding in 2021. Yeah, I started coding like early 2021, and I would break. I like started. I did like 10 to 12 hours a day of studying, which is not good, but that's what I was doing, and I was doing that for probably 3 weeks, and I didn't learn anything. Nothing clicked, and then I quit. I gave up for like 2 to 3 months, and then I was just like hanging out in a programming VC, and I watched somebody write one line of code. I had just joined, and I was like, I just watched their stream, and as I just joined, they were writing a single line of code, and like I had that first clicking moment then and there, and I was like, what the heck? And then I just went straight back to studying because I knew that it was like game over. Like, I'm gonna be a good programmer, you know? So that was like early to mid 2021, and I got my first job January 2022. So I actually haven't been coding that long. If we run and keep it a buck, like what, 4 years? But what people don't understand about that is that my journey in coding has been in like crazy accelerated, like learning fast as heck. And a lot of that is because I had like S-tier programmers in my corner that were just willing to teach me anytime I had help. And I think the reason why I developed these like sort of friends, and I still talk to one to this day, is I always like tried my hardest before I ever asked for help. Like, I would be going over all different angles, researching, Googling, all this stuff, and I would have like all of this laid out. And so by the time I came to asking for help, I could detail the entire issue I was having, you know? So it then wasn't me just saying, oh, I need help building this. It was me saying, I have a very, very specific problem here. I've looked here, here. Where should I kind of look at? Or have you ever had this problem before? So it was a very specific way I'm asking for help, right? And so I think that's why the people that I had in my corner messed with me so much and like were willing to help me so much, because, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I would ask for help. And that's, you know, and as programmers, like when you ask for help that way, because it saves us 10 times, like it saves us insane amounts of time. But we also like to see people that are also dedicated and sort of passionate about the work itself, you know, so we can relate to it. And so, yeah. Did that answer that question? Holy crap, that was a long ass question. All right. I started programming 5 years ago, but like I haven't been actively programming for 5. So while it sounds great to say I have 5 years of experience, probably have max around 2 years. Got you. That makes sense. Yo, what up, Zombified? What up, bro? How much are you earning? Really curious as I started my journey yesterday. So I'll share what I earned at the companies I've worked for. So at the companies I've worked for, I've made anywhere from 45 to 65k salary. That's how much that I've made at the companies I've worked for. And I've worked for 2 companies at the same time, which ended up being, I think, around 102k salary at the time. And I did that for about 6-7 months. So that's what I was making at companies, right? That's crazy. 6-7 months. Facts though. Hey, but music is a bit loud, is it? I can like barely hear it on my end, but I turned it down. All right. That's awesome, man. Thanks, bro. And then now I freelance, right? And my freelance projects have varied from very weird kind of payments. I've gotten like so many different types of payments. I think I'm trying to think of the most that I've made off of one project, but I work multiple projects most of the time. So any one project, I think the lowest I've accepted is $100, and I would not go lower than that. But I don't even think I've accept. That was only one time, and I think I wouldn't go. I wouldn't go past 100, and I wouldn't go lower probably than like 150 or 200, because I mean at some point it's like kind of not worth it, right? Unless you like really want to pay me like $40 for 2 hours worth of work. What are we talking about here? You know what I'm saying? It's just like kind of weird. MC salary? What's MC salary mean? What does MC mean, bro? But yeah, like 200 to like $700 per project. And that's weekly payments too. So that's what I've been making on projects. How long do you spend on each project? It depends, man. It depends, and it depends on the hours. It depends on the hours that we agreed upon, how many hours they want me to work a week. It depends on their, well, yeah, how many hours they want me to work a week, because I was gonna say budget, but that goes into that. And then it's like it depends on if they take, some people take breaks. So I've had like 2 people take breaks from a project before. So it just kind of depends, and yeah, it really depends. Weekly in USD, yeah. You have a Twitch? Yeah, I have a Twitch, bro. It's in the, it should be in the whatever. Yeah, what up 7dev? Twitch should be in the Twitch chat. Not weekly, you goofball. If we're talking, I said the freelance projects were weekly. The salary was yearly. You're goofy as hell. If I was making that much a week, dude, are we dead ass? Like, that's crazy. What up, Zombified? 7dev? Yeah, I mean, that's what your name says. I gotta go get this package, bro. I'll be right back, guys. I gotta go check my door real quick. Being paid the same wage as a McDonald's worker who's flipping burgers. Oh, is that what you meant by MC? That's not true at all, though, bro. And 40 to 50K. I said 40 to 65K. But, that's not true at all. It's way more than that. By the way, because I'm sick, I either feel like, maybe if you're in a McDonald's that's paying like 20 plus an hour, right? Because then I guess, but who's getting paid for what? Oh my goodness. By the way, because I'm sick, I either feel like I'm in the Greenland and then randomly like Africa. What are we talking about? Sucks you're sick, dude. I just got done with I had COVID during Christmas, so that was fucking nuts. That was not fun at all. Alright, guys. I'll be right back. This dude is obsessed with flipping burgers, bro. Don't need a degree though. I'm sure more than half at this point, because a few years ago when I got started, it was already close to half. Apparently, you know, that's just what the fuss was, but it was already like close to half. It was above 40%. The people that were working professionally in the field didn't go to college or have a degree. Then when we saw that spike at that time, because we saw that spike, and that spike lasted for a few years. And then it died as soon as we started having all these crazy, like 70K thousand people getting laid off and more, hundreds of thousands of people being laid off total. Crazy. What job was what? I don't have a degree, by the way. Like, I don't know if you think I have a degree. I don't have a degree. That happened everywhere. Lots of people got fired. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, there was that spike in the amount of people that were working in the field that were the companies that I've worked at, bro. The companies that I've worked at. So, but I'm losing train of thought here. Fuck. Oh yeah, everywhere. Yeah. So how it was like when I started working in it, it was at the like it wasn't peaked yet. It was like I got in kind of like when it's like early on the trend, right? Like before it was kind of trending. And then late like a year later, that's when it was like really peaking and trending where everybody was like trying to become a self-taught programmer and get a job programming, right? And so it was like massive. So then you had this massive wave of new people trying to land jobs that never went to college or got a degree. And then that's when boot camps were fucking popular, like coding camps and shit were like, dude, oh my god, coding camps made so much money. And they just like scammed the heck out of people, low key. Low key, not like officially scammed, like the legal term, but like, I mean, scam in the sense of wrongdoing for sure. Um, Really though, AI would increase efficiency. They mass fired, yeah. Every job takes skill, either small or big. Right. AI is the reason. Soon AI is gonna be flipping burgers. Let's keep it about 55,000. I gotta look something up real quick and then I'll bring up some code. Alright guys. Yo, what up? What up, iClo? iClo! Dirt Monster, what up, bro? What up, dog? What are you doing, Dirt Monster? I saw you got your Twitch back, bro. That's lit. That was fast too. Maybe did they just like soft ban you like they just did for like a short one or what? You did? I saw you on Twitch. What are you talking about? I saw you on Twitch though after that video. Like, what are you talking about? Could have swore you got your Twitch back, my guy. You got rebanned? That's crazy. Why are they doing that to you, bro? Yeah, I remember you, iClo. I remember you, bro. You're like one of the OGs. By the way, the thing said about sometimes freezing or boiling, like the weather changes dramatically. I can't remember what game we played though, but I know we played some games before. iClo. What am I up to, bro? I was about to start coding. So yeah. Let me look at your messages though. I just missed a ton of fucking shit. I made a joke about view botting and they banned me for that's it? That doesn't even make sense, bro. Bro is living in AI will do my laundry. AI's already capable of doing laundry. Let's keep it above 55, bro. Ban evading is fucking crazy. How are you ban evading? YouTube frog now? What does that mean, dude? What am I up to though? I was about to start coding for this this project that I'm doing for somebody. So I was about to start doing that, but I'm like procrastinating, to be honest. I'm also waiting for some assets. I mean, I could be doing other stuff, but I'm just kind of like wanting to wait for these assets because I want to polish one of the mechanics. Where you need to throw ninja stars like the obby. That you made that? Did you make that, iClo? Was that you? That game was lit, dude. The game was actually so good. A degree is a good thing to have overall if you want to be competitive. I mean, yes and no, bro. Like, if you really wanted to be competitive, a degree is not going to be anything. A degree is still a waste of time and money. And especially in programming, it's not very competitive. It literally just gives you the only edge a degree gives you is getting past the automated email systems that they have when you send in your resume or when you file out an application and you don't have degree listed. I thought the same. Yeah, I don't know, bro. That's weird. Joking about view botting and then the ban evading thing, I don't understand that at all. That's so weird, dude. AI is turning on and off lights, aka Siri, Alexa, and more. Yeah, bro. Wait, iClo, did you make that though? Was that you that made that? That game was lit, dude. We still have that in community games, don't we? That game was fire. I liked it a lot. Yeah, I see it. Shuriken Obby, bro. Did it ever blow up or what? Derp dropped out. Ask him what? Y'all are fed? What? Y'all are fed AI buzz info? Intelligence doesn't exist. It's just compression algorithms. I don't even know what we're talking about, honestly. I just asked ChatGPT something. All right, I'm good to go. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. I always forget I have my headphones turned off, bro. Or my headphones on. What the fuck am I saying, bro? I got like 0 sleep last night. Okay, dude. What am I gonna do today? I could test something real quick, but I just don't really feel like it. But I really do need to test it though at the same time. Okay. If it ain't derp. You guys know each other? That's crazy. I feel like everybody in my chat knows who Derp is. Like talks to him. Dude, I might like kind of poop the bed on this one, bro. I can't think at all. Like I didn't get any sleep, bro. Only slept for a freaking 1 hour. I just cannot think straight at all. So I might like throw together some BS little thing right here. It's not even gonna work. Oh, fuck it. What the fudge nuggets? Okay. My, who are we talking to at this point? My mic is amazing. Is it? My mic is ass, bro. Is it working? Is it even working, bro? I just dropped it. Like I actually just dropped it. You missed it, bro. You get any games you've made that you're proud to show? Not really. If I'm keeping it a buck, not really. Sumo ball is one, but it's kind of stupid. I don't know. I just never finished it, bro. Is it? Maybe when I dropped it, it like just kind of fixed it because it's been messing up like a ton. All right, this is gonna take me forever because I can't even think right now. Where's the armor? I didn't pin the armor. Oh wait, no, there's a chat for it. Okay. I don't see where it is. Make a story game. I need to make a story game. I that's one of the games that I would enjoy making the most, I think. Like that would be kind of like a little passion project that I'd have fun making and creating. Um, but it's like the chances of it being successful are heavily dependent on either luck or like, you know, if I were to go out and do the uh, if I were to go out and do the promotion for it, like if I were to come up with like a social media campaign for it or something. But yeah, story games, I would love doing that, bro. Okay. I'm streaming on YouTube as well. It isn't gonna get much. It isn't gonna get much because there's so much brain rot slop. A lot of popular games, something with brain rot. Oh my god, what did I just do that? What? That was an accident, bro. How do I fix it? I just accidentally banned iCloud. Now I gotta go to YouTube, bro. I did not mean to do that. Give me 1 second. I don't know how to like unban people, bro. Oh, fucking user management. Okay. Dude, I don't know how to fix that. I'm not seeing anything in banned. Ban them on YouTube to get them to Twitch? That's kind of crazy. I totally misclicked. I didn't even like click anything, I thought. I don't know what the fuck just happened. But I just banned this guy. I don't know how to fix it. He's not showing up in ban. So weird. You said nah, what? I wait, he's banned from the channel again? What is happening right now? I'm getting like messages that this guy keeps getting banned from the channel, bro. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Well, you kept getting banned, so I was like, how do I fix it? And so I just came up with that as an idea to fix it. Hell if I know, dude. I have no idea, dude. I mean, I've been like throwing together. I'm throwing together this. I'm throwing together this little like test real quick for the armor, so I can see if I want to do the armor on the server or the client. You're funny. I think it's already fixed. I don't even know, bro. Added him as a mod. Now he's not banned anymore, I guess. I don't fucking know. You can't see the code? I mean, you're not really supposed to. Sometimes I don't share my screen, but yeah. Head to work. All right, Eclipse, bro. Have fun, bro. Peace out. Yeah, you're good, Iclo. Iclo, didn't we also play Refinery Caves too? I think we also played that. Just show me architecture. I want to see how cracked you are. A lot of that's subjective. A lot of that's subjective, Lua, whatever, Kathy. But sure, let me show you a little bit. So here's how I set up my projects, and this is how I'm going to be setting up my projects for the foreseeable future because it's so simple and there's no need to do anything other than this. I use very minimal frameworks and tools and libraries. Really what I got going on right now is Vide, and, you know, Signal, and then type to remote. Those are like the only things I'm using for that. Other than that, I have config folder usually, modules folder, where all the really the core kind of logic comes from that doesn't need to be communicating with other things, and it just handles what it's meant to handle, right? So actors or NPCs handle actors slash NPCs. That's a buff module, and then animation. Okay, well, I'm looking for movement handles movement, and then I have client scripts, and then I have server scripts that kind of just, you know, we're not using this right now though, that do what they're supposed to do, you know. I am cooked today, bruh. But yeah, so this is it. There's nothing crazy. I don't use classes. I don't use anything crazy, you know. This is really it. I don't separate the modules, server and client. I just have the module be the module. I mean, I don't know what else I could show here. But yeah, I mean, well, yeah, there's nothing really else to show. That's literally the structure right there. That's literally it. And we're done, you know? What up, Zombified? So basically, I keep it really simple, bro. The simpler, the better. I don't overcomplicate anything. You could say I simulate classes because I use keys. I use unique keys in my modules for certain things, like the actors and NPCs. But yeah. How do I initialize modules? I'll have like a server init function, and then I'll have like a client init function. But other than that, there's no real need to kind of like that's really how I'm like initializing them. But I still use, but I'm really using like a lot of that core logic. I'm using a fair bit of it on the server scripts and client scripts, right? So the modules are handling like very dedicated stuff. All right, Zombified. Sounds good, Zombified. You took lessons for programming? Got you. Nice, bro. Yeah, so I don't really know how to explain it well because partially I'm just cooked mentally. But like there's still core in the server and client scripts. It's not just modules. So but you quit Roblox? Got you. Do you do Roblox scripting for a living? Yeah, I do. When did you switch to VS Code? When I started working for companies. Like 2022. January 2022. As a Roblox dev, yeah, programmer for Roblox games, and like some software for Roblox. What, your Discord? It's in the description. Your structure is viable only for small projects, in my opinion. Well, that is your opinion. Have you worked with React? Yeah, I've used both. I've not used Fisher, and I probably won't ever use that. I don't know what the fuck that is. Um, but yeah, I've used React and React. I use Vide now, bro. I use Vide. The thing is, bro, for small projects, I mean, you're just playing, like, that's your opinion, you know? Like, it's all subjective at the end of the day. There's no right or wrong answer. But let's just say this is a very large project that I'm going to be working on. Having it this way, modules, client scripts, server scripts, absolutely nothing wrong with that whatsoever. There's really not. I don't even think you could come up with a reason. I would think that would make sense to me. That would be like, okay, well, maybe you're right. I could see how that would be inconvenient. But let's say I was working on a team, right? It's just simple. It's a simple structure. If you have problems like going through that, and obviously if you're working on a team, you should have a kind of standard in place. Um, what is this? Something ain't right here. Oh, I see. There we go. Like, if we're on a team, right? If we're on, like, if there's 5 people on a team, hell, 10 people on a team, right? You got your modules, you got your client scripts, you got your server scripts. And if everything's labeled accordingly and you guys have a standard in place that you all are familiar with, right? Then there should be no issues going through and managing the code, how that's set up. You know, you don't need to overcomplicate your organization. And the more you overcomplicate your organization, and I'm not saying that's where you're coming from, but usually that's kind of like the mindset that I see in the Roblox space. But the more you overcomplicate your organization, the less organized it becomes, right? So I mean, what more could you really do outside of this simple structure to create a better, more efficient experience? It's like, are we gonna add certain related? Are we gonna add certain folders for things? Like, we could bundle things up into folders more. Um, but when it comes to actually like programming and setting things up, ain't nothing wrong with it. There's really not. There's really not. Simple is better, always, I think. But again, it's also subjective because, there's people who want folders and folders and folders and folders, and it works for them. Like, that's cool. Maybe their brain works better for that. I don't know. So that's why at the same time as I'm talking and saying this, right, it is my opinion. Um, and it's all subjective at the end of the day. Like, that certain stuff just doesn't really matter. I think. Like, you do it however you do it. That's just what I think about it. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm literally like passing out right now. Like, holy crap. You gotta go. All right, Iclo. It was good to see you, bro. All right, sounds good, man. Peace out. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to do this, bro. I'm so freaking tired. All right, I'm gonna get off because I gotta like figure something out. I'm like dummy tired and I gotta go somewhere soon. I can't even focus, bro. All right, guys. Talk to y'all later.